Hey, Coach, what did you think of Rashard Higgins in camp and what he brings to your receiving core?
Yeah, Rashard did a nice job. He grinded. He earned that role. I think you saw at practice he had some moments that were very impressive. There's obviously a rapport with the quarterback. They've thrown a lot of balls to each other. So excited for Rashard, and then just looking forward to him being in that room and competing with the rest of the guys.
Mary Kay, back to you.
Yeah, Coach, just in looking out there at the last several practices that I was at and not having BJ Goodson out there, he was so vocal. He was such an inspirational leader in that, first whole bunch of camp. And we don't really know what's going on with him. I don't know if you can offer some kind of an update. Are you expecting him back anytime soon? And how's it going without him?
I do expect him back soon. I'll respect his privacy and just say that it's a personal thing. And I will tell you, yeah, BJ's been great for us in the meeting room, on the grass. He's just a very high energy player. You hear him before you see him. Really excited about what BJ brings to our defense.
Thanks.
Scott Petrick is up.
Hey, Kevin, just given all the unknowns of the offseason, what are your emotions kind of that you actually made it to week one and looks like we're going to have the start of the season?
I get so wrapped up, Scott, in the week and in the process. It's hard for me to look too far ahead and too far behind. So I think I like where we are right now. Just got off this practice field. The guys worked pretty hard inside, and then we just got to dive into our preparations.
Thanks.
And back to Nate Ulrich for the next question.
Hey, Kevin, we obviously saw Wyatt Teller at right guard throughout camp. How confident and comfortable are you with him in that role?
Yeah, Wyatt's worked extremely hard like the rest of the offensive linemen. If you were out there practice, you saw Coach Callahan putting them through the paces there in their individual drills. And Wyatt in particular, really, I think, enjoys the extra work. The horn goes and guys are walking in. He's staying out to get the extra work. He's buying into the techniques. Really pleased with the camp he had.
And PJ Ziegler will have our next question.
Hey, Coach, I know now we finally get to get into game planning for an actual game as opposed to training camp. So with that being said, having the Baltimore Ravens up first, what kind of challenges do they present to your team, especially a team that went 14-2 last year and with Lamar Jackson there at quarterback?
Yeah, really good football team, very well coached, balanced on offense, defense, and special teams. It'll be quite a challenge.
And to Tom Withers next.
Hi, Coach. Hey, in terms of the game planning aspect, how different is that for you now? In terms of when it's presented to you, how you're kind of the overseer now, which is obviously a kind of a new role for you.
Yeah, let me get through the week and I can tell you. But no, I think, Tom, if there's anything that I pride myself on, it's being collaborative. And we have some really, really good coaches on the offensive side of the ball, on the entire coaching staff. So really pleased so far with our process and how we're going about this.
Thank you, Tom. Back to Mary Kay.
How has Tavierre Thomas done it? I mean, if he has to step in for you at that nickel role, obviously you guys have been a little challenged there in the defensive backfield, but what has he shown you so far?
Yeah, Tavierre comes to practice and just works. I love watching that guy out at practice, whether it's a defensive drill or a special teams drill. He's all about ball. His teammates love him, and I think it just is from just how he attacks every single day.
Thanks.
Thank you, Mary Kay. Dan Lobby.
Oh, sorry, I was muted there. When it comes to Rashard Higgins, we talk so much about like the third receiver. Do you kind of view guys like that? Do you have like a third receiver? Or is that more based on the matchup week to week?
I'd say everything's based on the matchup week to week, Dan, and that's for every one of our personnels. We feel strongly about our depth at those positions, and we just want to utilize all of our guys to the best of their ability.
Thanks.
Thanks, Dan. We'll go to Scott Petrick.
Hey, Kevin, a couple of questions about the guys you picked up yesterday. What did you see in those two D linemen, and why Steven Carlson over Farrow is that 4th tight end.
Yeah, I would say when it comes to roster decisions, they're never easy, Scott, and those are conversations that are ongoing, and really pleased with where we are, but know that the roster is going to constantly be something that Andrew and his staff are looking at. And then as regards to the 2 guys we added yesterday, just always trying to get a little bit better than you are today. And I think that's the goal of our personnel department. And I think they identified a couple guys that they feel make us better.
Do you have the blocking presence you need at tight end? I mean, Farrow seemed like the biggest of that group of guys.
I think we do.
Okay. Thanks.
Last one now is going to go to Mary Kate.
Hey, Coach, just wondering what challenges does it present to have to try to simulate a Lamar Jackson in practice? I mean, how hard is that? And, have you guys spent time on that yet? Or is that really just getting going in earnest this week?
Yes, it's very hard. He's the MVP of the league, special talent. But I think our coaches have some ideas in how to try to simulate that speed and that quickness and that ability. But it's something that we've been talking about for a long time, and we're now starting the preparations for Baltimore. So that's something that we're introducing to the players really as we speak.